A Velco weather alert will go into effect at 3 p.m. for scattered thunderstorms along what will be a couple different bands. This particular band here is showing where the main instability is here. And they're starting to see some thunderstorm development over portions of the Catskills into the Mohawk Valley. Nothing across Vermont currently, but this could pop probably by 2:30 into the 3 o'clock hour. We are looking at a Velco weather hazards alert going into effect at 3 p.m. This will last until midnight tonight. Looking at Montague, New York radar, we're starting to see the development of some thunderstorms, some already producing some hail. And I think this is going to be the area that's going to be stretching north and east into mainly northern Vermont and western Vermont, mostly affected. Another line associated back across the eastern part of Lake Ontario into the Adirondacks, and then further upstream as well. We're seeing probably what looks like potentially the cold front here. This is back over portions of southeastern Ontario. This is a quick view of Albany radar showing where the action is here along this particular area. I think this is going to be the main sort of thrust, initiation of the thunderstorm cells, which will then spread up into parts of western and mainly northern Vermont. Taking a look at instability factors right now, the Storm Prediction Center showing better than 1,000 joules over a wide area here, even 1,800 joules over parts of northern New Hampshire. A little bit of capping still across parts of northern Vermont, but that's going to be giving way shortly. And we're also looking at some fairly strong winds aloft. In fact, looking at the bulk shear here, you can see winds aloft in this particular area, the northwest corner of the state, are relatively strong, greater than 50 knots, 55 knots. These will probably start to become reduced, and the methods right now, looking at some of the forecasts, this is about 4 hours out. We're looking at somewhere between 30 and 40 knots, and that looks more realistic. And looking at the latest HRRR model, you can see the thunderstorm activity starts to move in parts of southern Vermont, of all places, and then spread along that particular line. Not sure the HRRR is catching everything, but I think it'll fill back in toward northern Vermont. This is valid about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And then by the time we get in toward 9 o'clock, a lot of the action has moved off to the east. I'm not sure that that's going to take place, as there's some indication that we could see some fairly robust thunderstorm activity lingering across portions of northern Vermont. Thus, this Velco weather alert will actually continue until about midnight tonight. And lightning strike data, nothing really that interesting yet, but things will probably begin to start to show up along this particular line here. We're looking at this again over the northern or sort of western Catskills, and this is likely to fill across portions of Vermont. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.